Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, bang, oh, bang, bang, bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Peace. What's going on? What's happening, y'all? I'm just riding, man. Doing my usual stick, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. Jesse, give me a 1 or something in the chat, man, if you can hear me. Let me know. Because, I mean, I'm trying to gauge something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out some shit. I ain't heard from Blackson in a while. Okay, bet. I ain't heard from Blackson in a while, and I'm just curious, man. I'm just curious is all. So, you know, Blackson, you know, he do his little gimmick with Russia and all that, which is cool. We had debates on it or whatever. Before I get, hey, shout out to you, Jesse. Great show last night. Shabaka's Black Experience at Hand. It was a great show. I ended up falling asleep. Hell, I shouldn't have been up when I was, but I was. Him and Shabaka did an excellent show last night. With a couple of topics talking about the Black Panthers, as well as, of course, we had the death of the Reverend Jesse Jackson yesterday. Again, you know, black people, they don't like to speak ill on the dead, but truth just got to be truths at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Maybe I'll speak a little bit on that tomorrow. TFP tomorrow, we'll be talking about progressive saboteurs and what's going on currently right now with a lot of progressive talking points in regards to the midterms as well as 2028. Me and my fellow lefty lunatic Van Cat will be talking about that tomorrow. Let's see how much of a contrast it is in perspective dealing with that. On to Blackson. Blackson, I hope this video get to you. I know you ain't did a video in a while. I just got to get your thoughts. So yesterday we know that they had the talks in Geneva, the Iranian foreign minister as well as Witkoff and Jared Kushner, right? They put out this little bullshit statement saying, you know, we really couldn't come to terms, but, you know, we see some advancements, right? Then all alternative reports come out say, look, it ain't going right. You know what I'm saying? Inevitably, the way this shit is looking is going to go to war. Barack Ravid of Axios came out with a story yesterday pretty much sealing the deal. It looked like there will be some type of military action in place in Iran. How that's gonna look, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I do know. You know what I'm saying? But I wholeheartedly believe, as the political prophet amongst men, between now and 2 weeks' time, we'll either see some action or we'll have it set in stone as to what that action will be. I saw a report today said that this is going to be, as far as the movement of assets to the region, the biggest since the Gulf War. Not even the war in Afghanistan. Fuck that. Since the Gulf War, this is the largest mobilization of military assets in this region since the Gulf War, 1992. That's fucking insane. Now, if I had to guess what Blackson would say, and I apologize if I'm shaking. Like I said, I got it, my phone on the mountain. I'm riding down the road. I can assume Blackson to say something like, well, it's insignificant. Really? How insignificant could it be with the largest mobilization of military assets since the Gulf War in the region? How, like, I'm seeing over 300 F-Series fighter jets in the region. So like 60 F-22 Raptors, 80 fucking F-16s, 50 F-35s, refueling units, all of these fucking warships and strike carrier groups going into the region. What the fuck is going on? That sounds like war to me, Blackson. Sound like war to me. It don't sound like a deterrent. We saw what a deterrent looked like during the 12-day war. That was a deterrent. This ain't no goddamn deterrent. This is putting all your pieces on the board, getting ready for something big to happen. No new wars is what we were told. Am I right, Jesse? That's what Trump told us, correct? No new wars. It seems to me that we finna get ready to see a brand new war. Totally brand new. Spanking brand new, shiny, out the box. Out the box. That would sound like to me. Again, how that would look, I simply do not know. Who would be the players in said war? I don't know. I also saw a report today that Iran and Russia were doing a joint military exercise in the next couple of weeks. We saw yesterday as well Iran do a military exercise closing all parts of the Strait of Hormuz, which is vital to oil shipment. Vital. If they shut that fucking Strait of Hormuz down, it's a done deal for everybody. And we pretty much wouldn't have a choice but to go to war. Because we need the oil to move in order to make money. Hell, that's for everybody, not just the United States. Every fucking body. I need to know what's going on, Blackson, in your expert military analysis. I need to know. We know Israel is itching to do this shit. They itching. Ass is itching. We know this. It seemed like the last couple of weeks, all I seen on TV is Lindsey Graham. Blackson called him Liberace Graham for obvious reasons. You know, we can speculate. We can speculate. So all I seen on TV is Liberace Graham for the past 2 weeks. I seen an interview he did yesterday talking about Saudi Arabia. He wanted to take out Saudi Arabia. saying Saudi Arabia is not in the interest of the region, talking about the Abraham Accords and all these other countries that done acquiesce to the Abraham Accords, and the only one that hasn't is the Saudis. Yet we in bed with the Saudis so deep. Like we should reconsider that relationship basically. So who really pulling the strings? Because right now it don't seem like MAGA, partner. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Don't seem like MAGA, big dog. Or at the very least, MAGA was a farce all along. And dumbass MAGA maniacs just fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. That's what it sounds like. The neocon establishment reigns supreme. They reign supreme. Not only has Lindsey Graham been on TV for the past couple of weeks, Trump ain't said shit about it at all. There was a time where the MAGA maniac despised Liberace Graham. I ain't heard a peep from not damn MAGA maniac speaking on the rhetoric of Lindsey Graham. I ain't heard it. At least from not nobody reputable, I haven't. So I need to know what's going on. I need to know what's going on, and I need Blackson to eloquently explain it to me. With all his experience in military strategy, I need to know. They telling us one thing, but they doing another. It's the Middle East 3-card Monty, Blackson. Trump telling us, oh, everything is fine. Iran is going to come to the table and make a deal. What kind of deal? The deal's supposed to be, listen, Iran, y'all can have IRGC, y'all can be a theocracy all you want. We just need y'all to not be in the business of making a nuclear weapon. Well, I was also told Operation Midnight Hammer is supposed to kill that. What happened? I remember that fateful day on Saturday. I remember the shit like it was yesterday. I was at home, came breaking news. Trump strikes nuclear facility in Iran. I said, oh shit, here it go. I thought it was finna get ready to pop off right there and then. And they showed us a little 3 holes in the mountain. And Trump came out and said, we've totally destroyed Iran's nuclear capabilities. Oh, I'm buffering. Well, yeah, I'm riding, you know, in the country, man. You know how that shit be. Yeah, Trump came out on TV that Saturday night and said, we've totally destroyed Iran's nuclear capabilities with Operation Midnight Hammer. I said, oh, shit. Yet here we are with basically a full mobilization of the United States military. Damn near. Might as well say. What's going on? What is going on? So Blackson, I need you to put Russia and Ukraine in your back pocket. From here on out, I need videos discussing this Iran situation. The Russian propaganda ain't gonna cut it no more. We dealing with something that's a priority right now. So I need you to go and do your research with Scott Ritter and McGregor and George Galloway and all these people. Go do your research and then report back. Report back with some information. I need a series of videos explaining the Iran situation, like ASAP. Because just like you, I don't want to go to war. I don't want to go to war. So what the fuck is going on? Are we looking at possibly a war on terrorism 2.0? Supreme Leader Khomeini came out and said yesterday, hey, look, yeah, they got all these big ass warships, but we got some shit that could put them at the bottom of the sea. That's what he said. That's what he said. Is he bullshitting? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just telling you what the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran said. So that seemed like more of an issue to me than Vladimir Putin and Zelensky. Seemed like a bigger priority to me, sir. So the next video you do, I'm going to need a detailed account of what's going on with Trump and Iran right now. Go talk to your sources. Go talk to your sources and find out what's Trump's end game in all of this. Go talk to your sources. I even saw a video today. Some white nationalist Christian dude was at the Pentagon and they had like they did like a press service and said this was non-conventional, and did nobody understand why they televised it and all of this shit. What's about to happen, Blackson? So you worried about the Orishniks and not worried about the direct implications on what's potentially going to happen now with Iran, directly with the United States. Not no NATO shit, directly with the United States. So as the political prophet amongst men, again, I profess to y'all that within the next 2 weeks, we will have some type of revelation in regard to Iran. That'll either be a direct strike or the detailed accounts on a direct strike in Iran. Remember, I said that. Like I said, if I come up wrong, inevitably it's a good thing because I don't want nothing to happen. But the way it looks right now, all the pieces are almost into place. I think it's another strike carrier group on its way headed to the Middle East right now, and that's the last piece to the puzzle. And like I said, I'm giving that 2 weeks. Or at least within the 2 week margin. So what are we about to do, Blackson? I need to know so I can be prepared. So I can be prepared. I'm sipping my coffee here. So I can be prepared. Wake that shit up, Blackson. Wake it up. I'm relying on you because you are the military expert. I'm relying on you to let me know what's going on. Today, in the press briefing with Carolyn Levy, everybody asking about Iran, she dodging questions left and right. I'm like, this ain't shaping up as anything good, in my opinion. Not shaping nothing good. Hell, Witkoff and Jared Kushner also had a trilateral meeting with Ukraine and Russia yesterday. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. All eyes are on Iran right now. And they had the trilateral meetings in Geneva yesterday. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Not with the whole United States military in the Mediterranean right now, and in the Persian Gulf. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I just wanted to, pop up real quick. Tomorrow, And I ain't even worked on it, but you know, I got a baseline and an outline of what I'm doing. Tomorrow, TFP, faux aggressive provocateurs. We're gonna be talking about a lot of some. It's just some crazy shit happening right now. I don't understand what's what. We're gonna be talking about the Hassan Piker video that was referenced last week in regards to the whole quote unquote third party and not voting Democrat and all this, as well as some of the other provocateurs that have been talking kind of wishy-washy in regards to what their strategy is in the midterms as well as in 2028. Also, we're going to be talking about, and it'll be a sidebar discussion, black wrestlers. We're going to be talking about black wrestlers and their mannerisms and how they conduct themselves and their I guess you would say niggerisms, right? We're going to be talking about the Kevin Nash video. And finally, the duck of the week is back. The duck has been yearning for some soul to take, and we finally bring in the duck back next week. Not next week, but tomorrow. So we'll be talking about that, and a couple of other things. But I'm just waiting on Blackson to give me a response to this video. Maybe I need to tag him in a post with this video so I can find out what's what. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Again, shout out to Jesse, man. Again, that show yesterday was an excellent show discussing Black Panthers as well as the Reverend Jesse Jackson. I might bring that up a little bit tomorrow just to see what everybody else take is on Jesse. I'm not going to take away from some of the things that Jesse was able to do to bring certain issues to the forefront as far as mainstream. I'm not going to take that away. But I also understand that in order for him to do that, he stepped over a couple of bodies, like literally. You know what I'm saying? Literally. You know, the ultimate opportunities. The ultimate opportunities in the black struggle in the 60s and 70s. That's just a fact. I mean, it ain't really a debate. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. Jesse played the video last night of Hosea Williams, like telling it like it is. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the Atlanta civil rights leaders did not rock with Jesse Jackson based on what he did that fateful day in 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. They don't fuck with him. They didn't fuck with him. They never fucked with him from that day forward. Just a fact. You know, a lot of the remnants of the Black Panther did not fuck with Jesse Jackson based on what he did in 1969 with the death of Fred Hampton. Did not fuck with him. Nation of Islam. You know, and that's more along the lines of ideology, but they knew what the fuck was up with the history of Jesse Jackson as well. Did not fuck with him. You know? So, you know, it is what it is. I may bring a little bit of that up tomorrow. And yeah, exactly right, Jesse. Like literally. Literally stepped over a couple bodies. One being MLK, the other one being Fred Hampton. I mean, that's just a fact. It ain't really a way that you can get around it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a couple of fights yesterday online with people saying things, saying, you know, which I can understand. At the end of the day, am I going to take his contribution away? I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. But can I also tell the history of the man himself? Yeah, I can do that. And it's not slander or nothing like that, because I ain't lying. I'm just going off the wording of his contemporary. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, 8:30 TFP. We finally back. You know, as far as wording is concerned, we finally back. It may be a cut down version because I really don't got the time to do. Damn, what the fuck? Time what I do, what I want to do. But we're gonna bring the show back. We're gonna bring it back tomorrow. So with that being said, I'll be looking forward to your response, Blackson. Just get back. Like I say, it's not no point of contention or nothing. I just need your expertise. That's all. I just need your expertise. So with that being said, hey, look, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.